So, welcome everybody to the STL Hockey Fan Podcast. We have an incredible guest for you today. Please welcome current Anthem singer for the Blues, Pershard Owens.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on, man, for sure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm just a tiny little, small town thing. So, this is pretty big for me. So just before we started here, we were talking about the Blues. So what do you think about what's going on right now with them?
For me, after seeing what they did last year, I'm not worried at all. I see it, but I'm like, this team is gonna do exactly what they did last year, and I'm not worried at all. People are freaking out. I'm like, dude, chill out. They're good. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, I feel the freak out a little bit. Because Bennington and Hofer starting out not great for the season, and then they lock it back in. We go to a bunch of overtimes, but now it seems like Bennington is starting to slip a little bit more. Hofer's still locking it in. So, but I think the big issue is they just can't score. There's no offense right now.
Yeah, I mean, but in my mind, I'm looking at, okay, they didn't win the games, but they went into overtime. So True. They got a point. So, I think people are they're overlooking that big thing. We're losing. Okay, but we got to overtime in those games. And that's why, we're still in the we're still in the running for that wild card spot.
I think
so
we're
I'm
5 points out.
Yeah, and 5 points equates to what, 3 games? Yep. We're good. We're fine. They're finding their footing. They're getting the chemistry because we've seen them play games where it was full 60 minutes and it was okay, that's them. We're fine. We're good.
I agree. I love the optimism. For one, I was just on my TikTok. I had a guy asking me, "How am I optimistic?" And one, I think you kind of have to be. If you're a hockey fan or a sports fan in general, you follow a team. They're not always going to be incredible. So, in a point where they're kind of struggling, you've got to be able to see a bright side, or else this is just going to go horribly for you, as a fan.
Yeah, like I said, I think they're gonna be fine. And I actually wrote something down a couple weeks ago, and then I will say what I wrote down at the end of the season because I know it's gonna happen.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not worried at all.
Well, let's take that. Let's not muddy that up with any bad talk of the Blues. So,
no.
So, I definitely want to talk about just you and what you do. So. Let's kind of go from the beginning. So when it comes to, singing and finding your voice, when did you kind of know, I guess, that you could do it, or when did you start having fun doing it?
I mean, I started when I was super young, in church. That's when I started. I just kind of always known that singing was something that I wanted to do. I knew that I could sing, but it was, the older I got, the more I was like, okay, this is something I want to do for a living. So yeah, it's always been there. And both sides of my family, my dad's side and my mom's side, they both sing. I'm just one of the only ones who have pursued it professionally, but yeah, I've always known.
Well, that's something that I feel like I don't have in common with people is I went to school for music. I've been doing music all my life, all of that stuff.
Nice.
However, my mom and my dad were not musical. I think maybe, some people in my mom's family played guitar and drums, but other than that, I didn't have, I had to discover that on my own. Now, granted, I am not a singer. So while I will sing along with stuff and whatnot. And I put music out that I do sing on, but I don't claim to be a singer. I do all the other
Okay.
stuff. So like what you do is incredible to me. I try so hard to do those little like the runs, and I don't know how you guys, I don't know how you do it. But I basically, something I do want to know, I'll just go off on that little tangent there. Something I do want to know is like, what are you listening to? Like in the beginning of like your musical journey, what are you listening to?
Like when I
Music
first
wise?
started.
Yeah. Like what kind of
Oh,
set the stage? You hear something and you're like, I don't know, you just really connect with it.
like, are you talking now, or are you talking about like when?
When you first started, when you first
Oh,
started like singing, and like what got you into just being a part of it?
so I grew up with like old school R&B, which is very frustrating to me now because it's like, um, real singers don't get the respect that they deserve in the music industry. Now it's all about, how many followers you have, or I think the look has always been into it, which I think is problematic in itself. Um, but I grew up listening to Maze and Frankie Beverly, um, Freddie Mercury, Steven Tyler, Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, like actual singers, because like
Right.
it was a requirement that you had to, surprise surprise, know how to sing to be a
Right.
singer. And nowadays that's a, well, if you can't sing, like if you're not the best, we can work with it.
Yep.
As long as we can put you in skimpy clothes or you have a six pack, we can work with the singing part. We
Yep.
can work with that. We can auto tune stuff. Um, so with doing music now, I struggle with that because it's like, um, I actually sing.
Right.
And but the flip side is I'm not society's version of what attractive is. It's a harsh reality that I've had to deal with. Now, I don't think that I am ugly at all, but the norm, society's version of attractive is it has this certain look, and that's what the industry is about. And like I said, I think that's problematic because this is an industry that says body positivity and
Hmm.
be yourself, and but then when it comes down to it,
Yep.
you need to look a certain way to be quote unquote like marketable. I'm like, that's so problematic to me, but that's a conversation for a different day.
Right.
But yeah, but I started listening to actual singers because I wanted to be a singer. So yeah, that's how that started.
So, I mean, talking about actual singers. So, like, let's fast forward to now. Like, who do you take, I guess, your biggest influence from? If I had to throw one out for me, and this is an obvious one, I love Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Um, he is absolutely incredible. I listened to that Silk Sonic record, like I wore it out, absolutely. So like, is there anybody like that real big, or honestly, people we don't know that are like just really getting you going?
So I Bruno, of course, like I love Bruno Mars. Haven't gotten a chance to see him in concert but once, and I won those tickets. I want to
Oh,
see him
nice.
again, but I mean, the prices are extremely insane. Uh, so yeah, Bruno Mars. Love Beyonce, her presence, her stage presence, her like. Even if you don't like her personally, you have to respect, her drive, her grind, her presence on the stage, like
Yep.
being able to put on a show. And I also have to respect Taylor Swift because she does the same exact thing.
Yep.
Um, so Bruno, Beyonce, Taylor. Um, yeah, it's not a lot nowadays.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's not a
because
lot of people. Because, oh, okay, Jennifer Hudson and Kelly Clarkson. Those are
yes.
singers. And Carrie Underwood. So I'll throw her out too. Because they're singers, man, and
Right.
like I'm a singer, so I'm going to gravitate towards singers. Now, I'm not saying what everybody else is doing is like, well, I won't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
but it's not singer. You're like not a singer when you sound a certain way on a track, and then when I hear you live,
Yep.
you sound completely different, I have a problem with that.
Yep.
As a
Same.
singer, I have a problem with that. But it's what sells, and sadly, the people go with it, and everybody's like, "Oh, I miss old music, and I miss when people actually sang and like it was wholesome." Well, you watch videos that aren't of
Right.
artists, and that's why the industry has gravitated toward that, because they know that gets views and that gets clicked. If
Yep.
you want people to actually have talent to get back on top, you have to support it.
Right. Yeah, and I will say, going back to the, you were saying you sound this way processed and then this way live. Like, the first thing I check when I see like a cool song, I go look for that live version, because if
I'm
you
the
can't pull it
same.
off, I'm not gonna be into it.
I'm the same exact way.
Yeah, I just want it
Same
to be
exact way.
authentic. And now, granted, like, I'm on the other side of that. So what I do musically, I've played in bands, I play guitar, I play a lot of instruments. But what I've been doing recently is music production. So, like,
Nice.
I'm the one processing vocals, and some of the raw tracks that I get
Mm-hmm.
are awful. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not making money, so nobody's going to be mad at me for saying that. But I can make them sound good. So just knowing that, like, it's almost like looking at an AI video and not knowing if it's real. Like, you hear a song and you're like, I don't know if you can actually pull that off. Is that just a
Right.
really good producer?
Mm-hmm.
So the authenticity in music is definitely something that is waning.
Yeah. I mean, I describe the state of music um in the phrase safe plane landings don't get news coverage.
Right.
So it's always people who are, constantly um in some sort of issue, in some sort of problem, or if they do this, that, and the third, that's what gets attention. And for me, I've never been able to like cross that line to do stuff like that just to get attention, which kind of sucks too, because it's like, you have people who say, "Oh, I support your music and I support X, Y, and Z," but it's like, for one, I don't see you posting it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see, but I see you posting like, Bad Girls Club, or somebody has a scandal out. You post it and you make a whole thing about it and you talk about it. Um, so it's like it's frustrating, and it's taken, a lot longer time for me to, even get to where I'm at now musically. But I, for me, it's kind of worth it. But then it kind of sucks, like looking back on it, because I'm like, maybe I should do do stuff for clickbait. But in the back of my mind, like, I can't, because I don't want to get anywhere in life by doing stuff like that.
Right. And you know what? That is something that I think about. It's like, if you want to make it in the music industry, or really any big industry, movies, whatever, like, I don't want to say, because I'm a fan of a lot of, these people, but like, I feel like you have to be kind of not a great person. You got to be able to step on people, and you got to be able to screw people over in order to get what you. And that's why I'm still like in Pilot Knob, Missouri, in a laundry room, like, recording this. You know what I mean? Because I can't do that. I can't, like.
Yeah, my
It's
my
it's hard to have
morals
morals.
my morals won't allow me to do it, man. Like
Exactly.
I just don't feel right. Like if I want to get somewhere, I want to get there based off my talent. I don't want to get
Yes.
there based on, well, you got to step on this. Like you said, you got to step on this person. And then my faith too, man. I struggle with that, like, faith wise, because I'm like, okay, God, like, I always acknowledge you. I tell people like, hey, anything I have is from Him. Like, but then I see you, um, like, making it super hard for me,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to do the right thing, but then I see this person over here who's, pushing, substance abuse and violence, and I see that, and I'm like, okay, so what are we doing here? Like,
Yes.
what are we doing? Like, is I don't understand it. So I struggle with that for sure too. But it's I guess it's just part of it.
Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff that like you just got to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
But sadly, like it's a melee, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of punches. So um, let's go to. I was scrolling through your Instagram and I
Oh
saw
God.
something super cool. I won't call you out on anything crazy. So you sang the anthem for the Chiefs.
I did.
How hard is it, one, to like just get up there in front of all those people? I know you do it at Enterprise all the time, but like I have so much anxiety, like I'm freaking out right now. So, how do you get up there and do that? And second of all, the acoustics in there, the echoes, all of that stuff, like how are you staying on? I think you had in-ears, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
assume that helps a lot, but like there's still got to be a huge, like, I don't know, something to mess you up a little bit.
Well, I still get anxious singing at Enterprise. Like I always tell people like the moment I don't get nervous is the day I'll quit singing because like for me my nerves let me know that I still care about the the performance and like making sure it sounds good. And when I don't have that, that's when I'll quit. So yeah, the Chiefs. It was definitely. I was definitely like nervous.
Yeah.
But once the lights come on and like once it's go time, they kind of leave. But it's before everything is like, oh gosh, I can't screw this up, and
Yeah.
I don't want to, because regardless of where I go sing the anthem, I always think like St. Louis Blues are like that's my family, that's my home. So I
Yeah.
still have to represent well because I'm still attached. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I do that. But the acoustics are completely different. Enterprise, I don't have feedback because I don't have to use in ears. But at the Chief Stadium, I definitely have to use in ears, which I'm not against in ears, but sometimes like so like when you hear yourself, it's like dry.
Right.
So that can throw you off. But you have to have in ears if if it has that much feedback.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was fine though. Like it's just like you prepare for that. And I've sang at a couple other stadiums too that had that feedback. And I'll start with two in ears, and any big stadium that you see me sing in, you will notice that I always rip one out
I
halfway through.
Yeah.
Because I do want to hear some of it,
Right.
but I still want to have the other one in my ear. So yeah, that's something that it's just become a thing. Like I'll start with two, and then I'll just rip one out. But yeah,
It's like you
it
get your
was a great
reference point
experience
and then
though.
you're out.
What'd you say?
It's like you get your reference point and then you're like, all right, I'm good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Once I leave one in, but I still want to hear, a little bit from that other ear. So yeah. But it was an amazing experience, and hopefully, like I'll be back next year because it was amazing.
Yeah, I like to be on a stage that big, just I can only imagine. Some of the shows that I've played, it's like it's anxiety, and then you get up on stage. It's almost like you black out and then you come out on the end of it and everyone's like, hey, great job.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like it's a lot of that, right?
And it goes by so quick.
Oh yeah.
It goes by so quick.
Well, so you have that, but I've also noticed that you have like I looked you up on Spotify because me being a music nerd, I got to know. And I've noticed this a lot of like dancey kind of house tracks,
Yeah.
a lot of remixes and stuff like that. What gets you into something like that? Is that just like music you really enjoy? Is just people you know and want to work with?
Well, I love house music. Like '90s house is like I love it. Like CC Peniston, um, Robin S. Though again, big vocalist.
Mm.
That I mean, I love the soul feeling with the dance vibe on it. And again, even that industry, it's unfortunately it's gotten away from like big vocals, so I'm having to learn to do different style. That's the good thing about being versatile. being able to switch things up. It's a challenge sometimes, but sadly, the trend is, sing talky type stuff, and then you have the breathy singing, and
Yep.
I'm like, dude, like every track sounds the same. Like, can we please make vocals great again? Please, like, can we do that?
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
because I mean, singing, like, you find the for me, the best singers are actually on Broadway.
Mm.
That's where the best singers are. They're not in music anymore. They're on Broadway, because if you put singers who are in the industry now on a stage for 8 shows a week, they wouldn't make it past a week because they don't have proper technique. They don't know how to support things. And I should not all of them. The vast majority would fail miserably. But I think everything is like a cycle, and hopefully it'll come back around where vocals are important again. But right now it's just talky, and the breathy sounds.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so
Sometimes,
annoying.
sometimes I think, and this is just my producer brain. Sometimes I think that, so there's the Billie Eilish song, I think it is, and it's just like it sounds like she did the take where she's singing, but then it sounds
Mhm.
like they would do another take with while she's just whispering it, right? And then
Right.
you blend that in, and then you get that real breathy kind of thing. But like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it either. Like, I like people who belt. Like Haley Williams is one that I absolutely love. Um,
Haley is amazing. Yeah.
yeah, she is absolutely incredible. Just like the vibrato that she gets. That's one thing I don't have is like it doesn't take over. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys get that. I'll probably never have it, but um,
It's just
it's
practice, man. It's just she's got to practice it. Like, seriously, like I I'm not a natural runner at all. Like, I don't have that skill to just, like, on the drop of a dime run. How I do it, if I run, which during the anthem, at the Enterprise, I rarely do it. Like, I don't run at all because I know it's a different crowd. Like,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
another thing. Like, there's different anthems for different places, right? So Enterprise, I try and keep it as as straightforward for me as possible. But when I want to perform with a run, a different song, I'll literally break down the whole run by each note, and then I'll just go like through it like that, and I'll go slow, then I'll go fast, and I gradually get up to the speed where it's at, and that's how you do runs. Like, you don't have to automatically go to it; just break it down note by note to make sure you hit every single note, and you're good.
Yeah, it reminds me of somebody trying to learn how to sweep pick on a guitar. Um, it's incredibly hard, but it's basically that same thing. Instead of like plucking them like individually, it's like a doodle 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 doodle.
Yeah.
So I can imagine, yeah, breaking it down like that. But I no, nobody's ever told me that you could just like straight up, I guess, kind of learn it. I know that sounds stupid, but
Yeah, no, you can definitely learn to run. It's just more, it's tedious, but once you get a hang of it, it becomes like second nature, and you can just break it down very quickly, and then you can go over it. Yeah, it's definitely learnable. I'm not a gatekeeper over here.
no.
Like, people be gatekeeping stuff, and I'm like, why? Like,
Right, spread the
why do we
love,
do that?
spread the joy. Uh,
Yeah, like
I
it doesn't make any sense to me.
I actually have, and I don't know if we call it a run, but I have a favorite run in the anthem. Is that crazy that somebody paid attention that much? So it's right before, what is it? Say does that Star Spangled? You do like you go up. It's like do do do.
Wait, what? Oh, after,
It's oh say does that star. There's a tiny little upward run there.
oh, is it on Wave?
It might be. I'm pretty
Oh,
awful.
say does that Star Spangled Banner yet
So
wave?
it's after that. Oh,
Oh, that,
that.
okay.
Yeah, you see
Ah,
how
okay.
tedious and minuscule that is? I
That's
love that
that's
tiny
funny.
because the upward runs, or if that's what it's called, like I feel like those are way harder than going down.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
But that's just how my brain works. I know that's stupid. Okay,
That's
so
funny. No, that's I love talking like I love talking music like that. Like because I didn't even think about it. Like it's just something I've always like done.
yeah.
Oh, say just that's funny. Yeah. Now I'm like I do that.
It's like realizing you're breathing and now you got to control it. Like now you know it's there.
Bro, so funny thing, if you ever notice, like you can tell when I'm like, okay, am I breathing? Because I always put my hand on my stomach
Oh,
to make sure that like my core is engaged. Because there are times where it's not, I'm like, okay, this is different. So I always put my hand on my stomach to make sure that like I'm engaging. And then, I'll do 2 or 3 words and I'll like usually take it down. But there like this last time, I think it was like last week, I left it on the entire time because I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, get it together. Like, but it was fine. But I just had to keep my hand right there to stay real. It was after Thanksgiving. That's what it was.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I was like, just keep it there. Make sure everything is engaged. But yeah, that's and it helps a ton. It helps a ton.
See, and those are the things I don't know about. Whenever it comes to singing, is like I know there's what is it? There's chest voice, there's head voice,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got like your diaphragm and all
Diaphragm,
of
yeah.
that stuff. But like that's like music theory to me. Like I don't know what that means. It's a different
Yeah, and
language.
like, cause I do voice lessons, and I always tell any student that I work with, like, you can't sing anything until you get your breathing correct. Until you learn where to breathe from to support your notes. No, you're not gonna come in here singing Whitney Houston songs if you don't
Yeah.
have proper breath support because you're gonna end up hurting yourself.
Yep.
So let's get the breathing together, and then we will build on that. But until then, it's basics. Like you got to get the foundation. You can't build a house from the roof.
Right.
You got to start with the foundation, and the foundation is the breathing and the diaphragm. So that's if any singer, that's going to be important for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely something I need to look into. But I will say this is going to end up turning into you just teaching me how to sing. So uh, let's move to. I want to know how you got to know Charles Glenn and just kind of like what your relationship with him was like.
So I had always wanted to meet Mr. Glenn, um, and I hadn't ever got a chance to. Like I've loved the blues forever, um, but I never got a chance to meet him. So what had happened was how everything went down. So I'd been singing with the blues for like 2.5, 3 years, but there was like a rotation of singers, right? And then I would have dates that way, and then people wouldn't, people would say, "Oh, I can't come in," or "I can't sing it," and I would get a call like, "Hey, are you available?" And I would drop everything like, "Yes, I will be there." Um, Even if I had plans, I'm like, "Listen, I can't do that tonight. We got to reschedule." So
Absolutely.
I would, drop everything and go. So then, I got the dates and everything, and then, I got an email from Anna, and I still got to get her back to this day because she played it so well, and I had no idea what was going on. So she emailed me and she was like, "Hey, we're doing some promo for for next season, and we want you to come up here and be a part of it." I was like, "Oh, okay, dope, like cool."
Yeah.
So she gave me this line to say for the promo. So I'm driving in the Enterprise, and I'm like, "Okay, say the line, like practicing the line, making sure it's perfect." So I walk in, and there's like a camera, and I'm like, okay, this is odd, but maybe it's whatever.
Mhm.
So she was like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna mic you up, and we're just gonna walk as part of it." I was like, "Oh, okay, dope, makes sense." So we're walking, and we go to the main concourse, and I'm like, "Okay, we're in the main concourse, whatever." So she's like, "So I'm gonna have you go that way, and I'm gonna go this way," and I was like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay." Like that. Oh, that's weird, but all right. So I go right, she goes left, and there's another. I think there was like an intern with me. And no, there was nobody with me. There was nobody with me at that point. So I'm walking by myself with the camera person, like trying to figure out where to go. So then the camera guy's like, "Hey, go down this way." And I was like, "Okay." So I turn and I see Mr. Glenn. I'm like, "Oh, he's down there. Like that's not where I'm supposed to go." I'm like, "I'm in his shot." So he's like, "No, go down there." I was like, "Okay." So I
Yeah.
walked through, and then I see him, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "What are you doing here?" And then he like greets me or whatever, and then he points to the jumbotron, and that's when I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, so this is happening!" Like this is what, and Anna's standing on the stairs, like laughing and smiling,
That's
and
so
I'm
amazing.
like, "Oh, like you were slick!" Like she played it so well. Like I had no idea what was happening. And then from there, he just kind of became like a mentor for me. Like, I talked to him like once or twice a month just to check in. Um, and he's always been super supportive. Like, if I need anything to call, if I need to talk to him about anything, he's always there. So, yeah, and that's how that relationship like bloomed, and it's amazing.
That is incredible. That like just to have that whole experience. I love that they put you through that. That's so funny.
Yeah, yeah, and I didn't. Dude. I'm so like people. Okay, so everybody gets 100% Prashard, right? They
Yeah.
always get who I am as a person, but certain situations, like the Blues, they get us. Like when I'm at games, like that's a different side. On here it's a different side. When I'm out with friends, but it's all me. So I am like one of the most oblivious people that you will ever meet because like I don't look I try not to look far into things. So if you say this is what it is, that's what it is. So then I'm like, oh, that's completely different. So yeah, they got me very good. And if you look at the video, that you can see it, my facial expression is like, oh, this is what this was. Cause like I had on my jersey, I don't think I had my hair done. Like, so I was caught off guard, but it was
Oh,
like it was a perfect moment though. Like it was the authenticity of like that moment, like catching it. So yeah, it was dope.
that is amazing. So, in that you said you've loved the blues forever. So I was actually going to ask about that. Like, so how did you get into actually like being a fan of just the blues? Was it before the singing? Same time? Is it just another part of you?
So when I was growing up, I remember my dad taking me to a hockey game, and Gretzky was playing.
Oh, that's incredible already. Proceed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into hockey. And growing up, like I wasn't, and I'm not well off, right? So we didn't when we did stuff like that, it was like a special occasion,
Yes.
right? So I've always loved it. I've always followed. Um, but yeah, it's just not something we did, a lot of. But when we did it, it was that one time, and I was like, I love it. Like,
Yeah.
I love the fights. I love the aggressiveness of it.
Yep.
And then, yeah, that's what got me into it.
So do you kind of like from then have you been like following them nonstop, or do you kind of like delve off, do you do your own thing, or
No, I've always followed. I didn't go to like a lot of games.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
no, you definitely don't have to go to games to follow. Like me
yeah,
and my family, like you said, not incredibly well off. So like you said, going up is an event. It's
yeah,
a big thing. So
yeah.
watching from home on the couch, me, my brother, my dad, screaming at the TV. That's
Hmm.
what it was.
Yeah, it became like a family thing.
Yep.
And now I'm like I'm so blessed to be in the position that I'm in, being able to go to every game. Because when I got the position or whatever, people were like, "Oh, you stay for every game?" I'm like, absolutely, I stay for every game. Like, why would I? I'm like, so you have singers who sing and like leave? Like that's crazy to me. So like I stay for every game, whether it's out there or in the back, because I'll eat in the back, and then I'll go out, or I'll just like chill in the back sometimes. But yeah, like it's so much fun now. Like it's kind of like a full circle moment for me.
So speaking of full circle, so I just kind of, with everything that you've done and you've accomplished, like, what's next? What's the aspiration? Now, I understand, we've been talking about the music industry,
Yeah,
and it's awful
yeah.
in just trying to get your foot in the door, but is that where we're headed?
I mean, like, I'm shooting for 20 years with the Blues because Mr. Glenn did 19.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very competitive. So I got to get that 20. He did 19. I got to get 20 years.
I love it.
But yeah, I'm still gonna make music because I mean that's a love of mine. I also play tennis. That's another love of mine that I do. But you know, the blues are the blues are always going to be a priority for me. Um, but making music and continuously putting that out, and then getting more comfortable talking about it because I was always raised like not to brag or boast on what you do. So that leads to me not promoting my music like I do because I've had plenty of people be like because I posted on my Instagram like a clip of me singing a song that I've worked on, and they were like, you do music?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, and it's nobody's fault but mine, but I struggle with like pushing music out because I don't want it to come off, like arrogant. And I'm like, dude, it's not really arrogance, but you have to push your stuff so people know that you're doing it.
Yep.
And I've always struggled with that. Like that's just from my upbringing. Um, and being who I am, I just have to. I'm very careful at what I do and what I say because
Yep.
I'm judged a little different. So I'm very careful with that. But I gotta do a better job because like yeah, I do music. Like I've charted in the UK.
Have you?
I've been on the
That's
Kelly
incredible.
Clarkson show. Like
I knew about that one, but the UK thing, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, dude. Like so I have a lot of stuff that I've done, but I struggle with the whole confidence of putting it out so I don't get looked at as, oh, he's just bragging. It's like, no, I'm not really bragging, but hopefully I'll get there one of these days and I'll get more comfortable with putting stuff out. But yeah, I'm on every streaming platform and then I have some features that I've done and if you look at my Instagram, like I mean I know some people
Oh yeah.
like, that I
Yeah, yeah.
don't really talk about. But yeah, I'm just man, I'm just laid back. I'm a fairly private person,
Yep.
which I've had to kind of adjust that a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm laid back and chill. Like that's
Well,
just me.
you see, I understand the promoting thing. I feel like I'm more suited for making the product.
Right.
But when it comes to marketing the product, I'm not great at it because like you said, I get that kind of feeling like if I put out, hey, my album's out now, and then the next day I put out, hey, my album's out now, I feel like I'm being annoying
Bro,
and just
yes.
badgering people.
Somebody who gets it.
Yeah, I
Like
can't.
I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, I just posted yesterday. I don't know if I should post today,
Yep.
but I'm getting to a point where I'm like, you know what, screw it. If you get annoyed by me trying to be successful, that's a you problem and not mine.
Right, right.
So I'm starting to get to that point. Because I've worked so hard. Like I always tell people, man, like nothing in life has been handed to me
Yeah.
at all. I like it that way, but there are moments where I'm like, Lord, I wish I was Northwest and just can get like chances because my mom is Kim Kardashian and my dad's Kanye West. You know what
Right,
I mean? Like,
right.
it would be nice to have some of those moments
Yep.
where it's just like, you know what? We see that you are just going at it really hard. We're just gonna let you do this.
Yeah.
You know, so I like working for it, but come on, Jesus, give me a couple. Just hand me a couple of them. Like, give me a break
Give me a
sometime.
W,
Like,
somebody. Just give me a
like
W.
please, just throw me something easy so I ain't got to work every now and then.
Oh, I
Like,
totally
give
feel
me
that.
something.
So oh, that's fantastic. So let's we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I've absolutely loved having this chat. Again, somebody who gets like my music brain. I don't know how many conversations I've had that is literally just like do 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 do, and then you go, you know what I mean? And it's just so you.
Well, because when I do stuff like this, I like doing it because it gives people a chance to see like the human side of me. Because
Yes.
like when I'm there, it's like I'm human when I'm there, but I'm very I'm kind of reserved a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you talk to so many people, and and I like doing this because people get to see like a little bit of my personality.
Yes.
I mean, and if you follow me on social media, you kind of know what my personality is a little bit. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun doing stuff like this, and I enjoy it, and I don't like knowing like what we're gonna talk about because I like it to be totally spontaneous. Um, that way, I have to think about things because I don't like okay, we're gonna ask you this, this, this. I hate that. I
Right.
absolutely hate it. Like, let's have a conversation. Let's just let it flow naturally and let it be what it's gonna be.
Right. And I'll be honest, like I thought about writing up questions, like literally like I have notes. It has 2 questions on it. And I asked you in the very first of this thing. So, no,
Yeah,
this is just a
yeah.
very like free-flowing thing. I really really appreciate it, man.
Oh
Um
yeah.
so I would say, to cap this whole thing off, give me a prediction for tonight for the Blues, and then promote. I maybe not. Okay, promote something like the favorite of yours, and then a favorite of something that you're just enjoying right now. So give me the prediction first. Let's break it down.
So prediction tonight, I think the boys are hungry, and I think that they are going to win. I think it's going to come down to like the last like 2 3 minutes, but I think it's going to be Blues 4-3.
4-3. So another close one. Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I get me away from the Anaheim game and the Boston game. Like, let's get away from that side of it,
Yeah, it's
please.
gonna be 4-3 us tonight.
I'm fingers crossed. Okay, so what is something of yours, whether it's music wise, that you would like to promote, let people know exists out in the world?
Just my music, I
So,
I do music. I also do theater.
oh,
I
okay.
made my movie debut like 2 summers ago, which was so much fun. So yeah, just my music and the fact that I do theater and Jesus, of course. We gotta acknowledge Jesus in all things. So yeah, those things are definitely promotable.
Okay. Well, lastly, let's do just, another part of your personality here. What's something you're enjoying right now? Whether it be music, movies, TV show.
Oh gosh, sadly, Stranger Things.
Okay.
I love Netflix. Like,
I agree
so
with
I'm a
that.
Netflix and chill type guy. So I just binge watch Netflix. So that's what I'm enjoying now.
Well, don't
Um,
tell me anything about Stranger Things. I haven't
oh,
started
I
it.
won't.
I haven't
I won't
started. I
ruin it.
hate
I won't ruin it.
spoilers.
But yeah, that's just Netflix, man. Like I said, I'm very chill and laid back. And I had a couple months ago, I was at the mall at West County, and this guy noticed me or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, you're Pershard, you seen?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "So you're here by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah."
Red
Like,
flag. Red
like
flag.
I don't know why people just like I don't know if it's people just automatically think like just because I'm the anthem singer that, I like I'm gonna have like bodyguards or I'm not
Yeah.
gonna like no, I am one of the most regular chill people you will ever meet. I don't that whole thing of like, oh, it's glamour and like, yeah, it's fun. It's great that I'm doing it, but I still like going to the mall. I still go to the movies. I still go and get my groceries and I don't not do that. I don't send people to do that. Like I just
Yeah, I
until
was gonna say
something
you're
until
not delivering your groceries right now.
no, like what I'm gonna spend extra money for? Time
Right.
stuff is expensive, and then I gotta pay a third. No, I'm good. I'm gonna go get my own groceries
Yeah.
until something happens where there's a person who like tries to like attack me or something,
Yeah.
bro. Like I'm a regular person. Like I do all the regular things that everybody else does. But it was funny that he said that because it caught me off guard. I was like, it's like yeah, like oh I didn't know. I was like yeah, bro. Like so we talked and took a picture and stuff. But yeah, it was chill and like those moments too keep me humble and grounded too. You know, and I love when people see me in those type of spaces because it makes me it makes me more human. So it's not like, oh, we can't approach or talk to him. Like, no, you can approach, talk to me. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like talk to me all you want. Like, I love those interactions. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
he's not just a guy on the moving picture box anymore. You know,
yeah.
he's out in
Like
the world.
it's like when you travel and you see something you only seen in history books, and it's like, oh, that actually exists.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
The
yeah, like
Grand
I'm
Canyon. Wow.
right.
Yeah.
Like exactly. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing everything everybody else does. I go through the same stuff everybody goes through. I struggle just like everybody else does. But I'm blessed to do what I do. I wouldn't change a thing about it. The Blues have been extremely amazing to me and, me having this opportunity and I will always be thankful for that.
Well, I think that's an incredible spot to end this thing. So, once again, man, thank you so much. This has been amazing. I I think I really connect with you on a lot of levels. So,
Yeah.
this has just been really cool. So thank you for everybody for listening, and we'll do our cheesy little thing. Love you guys. Let's go Blues.